Guys, namaste, Jai Hind, Jai Mata Di and Jai Bharat. I hope that you are doing well and you're watching the Kalki videos, and I hope that you've watched the last parts where we spoke about the Kalki energy, and we spoke about the fight with Gina, and we spoke about Shuddhudanu, and we interpreted what that fight meant and who Shuddhudanu was, or what that actually meant in reality. So today we are going to talk about the next phase of this fight, which is the Maya Devi. So how Maya Devi came into the picture and what happened and what was that whole energy. And I'm sure that you guys are able to relate each scenario of this Kalki Purana. You are able to relate it with a real thing that has happened just in last 2 years. So it is very relatable actually, and as we move forward, we are going to see even more reasons to be able to be relating it to somebody or some situations in particular. So what happened is that when Shuddhudanu, he realized that Kavi is very, very powerful, and it is difficult for Shuddhudanu to actually beat Kavi. He summoned Maya Devi. Now Maya Devi, it is said that the reason for summoning Maya Devi was, as soon as any demigod, demon or human would see her, he would immediately be stunned like a statue. So that was the reason to summon Maya Devi, so that everybody just turns into a statue. Now Maya Devi, what is the meaning of Maya Devi? So we all know Maya means illusion or magic, and Devi, we all know Devi means a goddess, but actually Devi also means anything of excellence, anything that has excellence of some kind into it. Now when we talk about illusion or Maya, I also got the meaning illusion of a sensory experience and the experienced qualities and attributes of oneself. So it is also illusion is also something that actually plays with your senses. Now I can share one example. When you guys watch movies, and when all of you feel for that movie, or you watch any television serials and teleseries and all of that, and you talk about those people, you feel about for them, or you cry in a movie, or you cry in a scene. Why is it happening? It is not real. You know it is not real. It is just a drama. It is not happening in real, but you get into so much because of that excellence. You get into that illusion so much into it that you start feeling it with your emotions. That's what illusion is. This is what this illusionary energy is. This is what Maya Devi energy was. This basically means that in this time there was a scenario, or there was a phase where such a content came into public, which was all based upon illusions, and it was so strong and made so excellently that many people were pulled into this illusion in order to get them away from the reality, because the Kavi, they were actually getting into the bottom of what happened. They were actually trying to figure out evidences and all those things of Kalki. So the illusion came in so that they the path is actually diverted, and they start getting into this illusion. Now here Maya also means multiple illusional statements. Now who made that? Now this is said that Shuddhudanu with his millions of Malech soldiers entered into the battleground, keeping Maya Devi in the front. So Malech soldiers. Now who are Malech soldiers? Malech basically means somebody who's a foreigner, or Malech means somebody who's barbaric, or Malech means somebody who's not on the path of divine or spirituality or dharma. So Malech can be anybody or everybody who's not on the path of dharma, or who's a foreigner, or who's not belonging to the same set of people. Now Shuddhudanu, which basically is the one who grows pure rice, right? So basically, who wanted to give that feed for the thought, had a team working behind him, and that team was of people who could create the excellent content so real that people will start believing in that content, and that content was intentionally created by many people there. Now here when you talk about like these images were so clear, or so so well made that they will seem like truth. Now this here also there is actually a reference given to how and where Maya Devi was sitting, and that actually gives in turn another entire meaning to this whole situation, and you will be able to relate it even better. So it says Maya Devi sat on a chariot whose flag was marked with the symbol of lion. Now when you talk about lion, you talk about strength, but when you talk about lion, lion is the king of jungle, and lion also represents justice, which means that all this content that was created, or that is there or presented in the name of justice, in the name of, under the flag of justice, under the illusion that we are fighting for justice, we are fighting for a cause, but the real intent was to get you out of those evidences or those meanings where you were getting indulged very, very deeply. So divert the mind content was created, and it was created in the name of justice, because the flag had the lion, Satyamev Jayate. They all started putting themselves, and mostly people from outside India started portraying themselves as fighting for truth and as fighting for justice, which was not true. Now here also it is said that Maya Devi manifested various kind of weapons. Now when you talk about weapons, it does not have to be literal weapon for killing everybody or killing anybody. Weapons also means different mediums to be used to change your energy, to kill your energy, to divert you, or to put you into the different mindset. And yes, many weapons, and weapons means many mediums were used to put this energy into you, where you get into that illusional energy, and where anybody who's connected to Kalki gets into that confusion energy, that is it for real, like really did this happen? Now when they did all of this also, there is a line that also says crows and vultures surrounded her, screaming with shrill voices. Crows and vultures. Vultures are the ones who feed over dead. Crows, they make a lot of noise, and here I can relate it with many people making a lot of noise, and I can relate it with many politically motivated people. So we know that how much of the noise and shrills were created around some time ago, and these were all trying to feed on somebody they thought is dead, but these are vultures, and these are the crows that had shrilling voices, and that's where the reference is, or that's where the reference is given in that whole scenario. And when I'm talking about this, I can really literally visualize, or I can literally see what was happening at what time, and where the awakening energy was being pulled away from people, and they were overfed, they were they were overflow of one kind of content that was reaching everybody through different modes and through different mediums, saying the same thing over and over again. And this is what Kalki Puran says. Now this is not what I am saying, right? This Kalki Puran, I am reading every line of it and interpreting it as it can be. And if you can interpret it in any other way, please go ahead and do that. I would love to hear the other point of view. But here, the way I am able to interpret it, this is the interpretation. This is how people who have actually left the divine or the path of the truth, they were all the shoulders of Maya, and they were all doing this, all creating this content. Now, there is also said that Maya had 6 enemies headed by lust engaged in her personal service. So there were 6 people, or 6 enemies, 6 enemies of people actually, who were headed by lust. And we know lust means that there was all the content about or around multiple relationships, and the energy of lust, and there was also about how someone was in the energy of lust and did whatever did, or they did, or there was a lot of views, right, coming during one point in time. And this is what Kalki Puran says, that energy of lust, the servants were desire, which is kama, so desire, krodha, anger, lobha, greed, mada, arrogance, moh, delusion, and matasriya means jealousy. So many people were pulled into this energy by one or more of these means. Some got into this energy, or some actually got into this content making and illusional energy because of their desire, some anger, some greed, some arrogance, some delusions, or some jealousy. And also this content that was made, that showed you all of this. the content that was made, that showed you lust, that showed you desire, anger, greed, arrogance, delusion, and jealousy, and that showed you that that is all that happened, and whatever you were trying to dig out about Kalki, that is not for real. So there was actually a lot that was created to influence the minds of people, and when that happened, the whole Kalki energy stood motionless. Whole Kalki and Sena, whole Kalki soldiers or army, Kalki army, they stood motionless when they saw Maya standing like this, surrounded by vultures and crows and those shriek voices and all of those servants, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Maya, Lobh, Moh, jealousy, and all of that, all those servants, they all became stunned and they stood like just statues. Now what happened after that? The video is already 10 minutes, so I'm going to talk about it in the next video as to how they were pulled out of that energy and what happened, and I'm sure you will be able to relate it real time also. And I would just request you guys to share this video as much as you can and press the like button so that it becomes searchable, because I want more people to watch this video and come out with their explanation or their mindset or their thought as to why they think or don't think that this interpretation fits where it fits, right? So I really want to know about that, so that we are able to dig more deeper into it and get more people into the Kalki energy and the Kalki Sena. So this is amazing, because when as in how I'm reading it, there are a few minutes that I need to take at times just to realize that who is this person now, what scenario or what situation is that. But when I realize, I'm like stunned, like, oh God, right, yes, this happened. So thank you so much. Take care of yourself, and do share your feedback. Bye bye, take care. And I'm also making small reels or small short videos, 1 minute videos, just to talk about Kalki and different phases of Kalki and what different meanings of different things are. You can watch those. They will be actually helpful to know if anything is missed. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.